no.
And we are live, and the music still isn't working, apparently.
Oh my god.
And I don't know why.
You had one job.
No.
One job.
I did not.
There.
Maybe if I just do this quick. Hang on. I'm trying a thing. We're live. Hi and welcome everybody. We're doing shit we should have been doing before the stream, but we're professional amateurs.
Yeah. What have we been doing for the last 11 minutes?
I know.
Seriously.
And I can't find it where it's supposed to be. Why is it not where it's supposed to be? Oh no, it's because I put it with the D&D stuff. Of course I put the thing that's D&D with the D&D stuff, but that means I can't find it. Let's try this.
It's okay. Let's just get going. I'm excited. I want to get back into the adventure.
Playing the music. Alright, sorry for the potential very extremely loud music that I just suddenly got to work, which I couldn't hear, so I hope it sounded great.
Yep, I was working to work.
Yeah. At the end, we will be posting Nim's email address. So if your speaker's broke, you can email her for a refund. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but keep watching. If you miss any of it, you're not gonna get the email address.
Yep. It won't be at the end. It'll just be parts of it strewn
Yeah,
throughout
that's even better.
straight.
Yeah.
Watch all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey
And if
guys,
you'd like to see more like that, check out my YouTube channel.
Is everything working? Can we hear each other? Is everyone being heard?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear. Well, besides the true DM, I can almost hear everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, everybody. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Is it good?
Yeah. You just didn't say anything, so.
Yeah, I mean, it was good until you started talking. But, you know.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh dear.
Yes, we are live, and hello and welcome everybody to another stream of our stream.
Yay!
Hey!
I
I think we're excited, even if it doesn't show.
I'm excited.
Excited?
Yeah, sure. See what happens.
I suppose.
I suppose. Do we have any announcements?
Besides the thing that we've been plugging for the last 2 episodes already, not really.
Oh yeah, apparently the thing that was going to happen Monday didn't happen Monday because people were ill, so it got postponed till next Monday.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I had. Do you know what? To be fair, it is not all Shin's fault. I had 2 people lined up, and I can run it with 3. With 3 people, I had 4 people in total who were going, and then Shin was dying, so I was like, "That's fine, go ahead, you'll be all right." And then the other guy didn't realize that we were using Roll20 voice. He thought we were using Roll20 through the text chat feature in Roll20, and does not have a mic. And I was like, "For fuck's sake."
Right.
I was like, "Right, okay, cool,
Okay, yeah.
fine, we'll do that next Monday." And on that note, I am planning to run it with 3 or 4 people. However, I can run it with a fuck ton of people if they turn up. And there's been a few people in the YouTube channel, and I think have rocked up in the Discord who might want to play. So if you're in that, poke around. I might nab you and let you join in.
Very nice. Lucky people.
I know.
It's the only way I have a game on Monday where I meet people, or else I would have totally been there. Oh.
Same. Also got the game on Monday.
Oh well.
That's the excuse I would have used as well.
It sucks to be us.
It's tried. Yeah, too many games.
that was, of course, the plug, and of course the thing that you're going to be at this Comic-Con thing. What's it called? QCon.
Oh, yes.
QCon, yeah.
Yes.
QCon at the end of this month.
Yes.
There we go.
All
Don't
right.
miss it. Stuff like that. Woohoo! Let's get into the game.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
But
Can everybody recall what happened last?
no, I'm actually not quite sure.
Pretty sure Gemini was made king of everything.
And Varen had come back. Is that right? Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
Vince became the Grand Master of his university and got all of the spells.
And the luggage.
And in fact, fuck Grandmaster. Everything is exactly as it was, but Vince got the luggage. It's all I want. Vince doesn't want it. I fucking want it.
No, all right. So what were we actually doing? I know exactly what Ellie was doing.
There you go.
yes.
Yeah, she was
Vince-
walking with Gemini to meet up with the Elder so they could cash in on that potential reward that they should have gotten, but well, there was a minor issue with them not really having brought proof. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And Vince got a crush.
Yep. Vince is with Claudia and Cal.
Yes.
Or
Though
technically,
more,
The luggage.
more with Claudia.
Claudia got a crush on Vince.
Oh yeah.
Cal's with
Ooh,
Fluff.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Cal's with the rat, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Fluffles or Squeakers or something like that. Yeah.
Mr. Whiskerson.
Fluffy.
All right. So I'm assuming Cal and Vince will stay there till pretty late, helping her clean up.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll start with Gemini and Ellie going towards the village elder. And you've been given instructions on where to find him, and indeed you go towards this this building. It's already pretty dark. Streets. As you guys are walking there, I would like you both to roll a perception check. Oh, it's a nice roll. Or not, but the way you rolled it was nice.
Does it give him
7.
advantage?
17.
Sorry, what?
17.
17 and?
Filthy 26.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Filthy.
All right, I thought the way you looked at it that it was like a crap roll, but
That whole 19.
okay. So you both walk through a village, and it gives off a bit of a creepy vibe, because pretty much 90, if not 95% of the villagers are at this point at the Purple Caravan, enjoying the show and stuff. And so it's unnaturally quiet. The streets are empty, even though it's already reasonably late. There are usually just lights coming, shining onto the streets and stuff. Now it's pretty dark. Seeing a light anywhere is rare. So, Ellie, you can clearly see with your night vision or your dark vision. Gemini, you have a little bit more trouble seeing than she does. However, you both have the idea that you see a shadow move.
Excuse me, Mr. Shadow. Hello. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Hmm.
Can I still see the shadow?
No, it's moved and it's disappeared into an alley.
When I
Was it human shaped or blob shaped?
It was human shaped.
wanna check it out?
No.
But what if it's dangerous? You look sneaky.
But what if it prevents us from getting our money?
If we save people, that's good.
Well, neither of us are exactly up-close combatants. I fear that maybe if we were to get into some sort of combat, it might not bode too well.
I got fire.
You do have fire. Well, if you want, we can walk towards it, I suppose.
Is it kind of on the way still, like to check out where he went?
Yeah, you're walking pretty much on the main street, and it just disappeared into an alley to the left. So you have to follow the main street to get to the village elder. But yeah, how far? It's not a large village, so you could just pop into that alley and see what's going on there.
Okay, Ellie takes off.
Well, wait.
No, she's already off.
Okay, well, keep walking towards the elder. No, I'll follow very begrudgingly, wondering where I've gone wrong in my life, and I'm not gonna run.
All right, Ellie, you kind of hurry into the alley.
Yeah.
And you see at the end of the alley a jump, this shadowy figure jump and kind of grab a hold of the ledge of a roof and super fluently just pull up and climb onto the roof and continue moving.
Ellie will stop chasing and be like, I can't do that. Wait, can she? Wait, she can. Oh, wait, she can. She will. That might work. And she will cast Misty Step up on the roof.
Ooh.
Very good.
All right, so you the alley is a bit longer than the thing you need, so you kind of dart forward, and at the end of your, well, you would say your turn because we're not in combat or anything, but you kind of jump forward, kind of calculating the distance between the corner of the roof and you, and all of a sudden you say the magic word and you just disappear. Gemini, this is the you just kind of walk into the alleyway in your usual manner of strutting, and you just all of a sudden hear in the distance, you hear roll your perception with disadvantage.
9.
You kind of look into the alley, and you were quite sure that even though Ellie was moving a bit faster than you should be able to see her in this alley, but you kind of stare into it. It's empty. And
Ellie, where are you?
You hear in the distance behind you, Gemini calling. You see the shadow now a lot closer by, running.
Hey, wait! I just want to say hi!
I'm guessing I hear that.
Yeah, probably. She calls out loud, so
yeah, she does.
I'll try to parkour up to the roof.
All right. Roll your acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Hardcore parkour.
That's a 10.
A 10. You kind of jump on something. Is it acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Okay. So you kind of jump on something, and you try to use your movement to get onto the roof quickly. You manage, but it's not as graceful as you would have liked. It's right. Kind of the last bit. You really have to put some elbow grease into it to get up there, but you manage. Meanwhile, you see Ellie is already quite a distance again, running. I'm assuming, or running over the rooftop.
I'll sprint to catch up to her.
All right. Okay. You see this shadowy figure drop down, you would assume, into an alleyway, and you get to the corner. Roll your perception.
Everybody, or
No, you're still catching up, Gemini.
10.
10. You look. Damn! You don't see the person anymore.
Ah, crap! Lost him!
Gemini, you now run up to Ellie. You can also roll your perception if you want to.
no? Sure.
You have disadvantage, however, because it's dark.
Sure. 19.
19, nice. You kind of look around, and you see. You don't see the person itself, but you do see that a door is slightly open.
I'll keep mental note of it. Like, I'll try to memorize exactly where that door is.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Do you see him?
do you?
No, I don't.
I arrived much later than you did. Well, he couldn't have gone to many different places. I say we come back with the others, and we give it a little more of a once-over. It doesn't appear as though there are too many places he can go in this city.
No.
So, and it is pretty destitute. So if we see any lights on, anything of that nature, it probably will point towards him being there.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's go find the elder first, or shall we find the others? Which would you prefer? Probably the others, in case he escapes.
By the time we have them, he's probably long gone anyway, so yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's go to the elder.
Alright.
We can maybe tell the elder if we saw someone lurking about.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea. Maybe McGrundon as well. I think Gemini's gonna think twice about it and then go, fuck, like in his head, and go, wait, that door appears to be ajar. Oh no, I just noticed that.
Insight.
Roll your deception, Gemini.
Okay. Shit. That's a filthy 21.
Oh, 16.
Well, seems to be, yeah.
Yeah.
He brings it a bit iffy, but he seems to be genuine.
All right. Wait. How did I get up here?
Oh, you misty stepped. I'm not. That's just Gabriel saying that. Me. You
Yeah,
misty stepped.
I know that, but we got a little gnome that does things without really thinking of what she's doing the first time she does them.
I heard some kind of poof, and then you were on the roof, and I had to climb up here. It was a whole thing.
But I guess I didn't climb. Misty step?
You misty step down?
Yes.
All right. So you see kind of Ellie looking at you like, yeah, maybe I did. And you hear a strange draconic sound coming from her mouth, and all of a sudden, she's gone again.
Well, she's dead.
No, just so you know, you can grab onto somebody while you're doing that and start climbing down.
I'm probably holding a cat still.
Yeah, you've got
that's a
cat.
The cat's probably shit itself. Just like
Gemini will climb down and meet up with her.
All right. You kind of climb down, easily done, and you see Ellie standing there already, opening the door.
Yes. Opening the door.
Ellie, you should let me go in first in a stealthy manner. If they try to escape, or if you hear me say any words, then you come in.
Okay.
That way I can maybe see what they were up to first.
Okay, hurry.
Both roll your perception.
Jesus Christ, we gotta be perceptive.
Not without disadvantage this time, Gemini.
14.
Not without disadvantage?
Yeah. So without disadvantage. So just a straight roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not without disadvantage.
Natural
Yeah.
1.
That's about.
Didn't matter.
Well,
What did you get, Andy?
14.
14. Okay. While Gemini's kind of talking to you, like, okay, listen carefully. This is very important. Just let me go in first. And you hear in the kind of back to him where he's kind of standing with his back towards the door, talking to you. You hear like, hello, is anybody there? As you hear kind of footsteps, it's not coming from behind Gemini, it's kind of coming from above.
Ellie
Look,
looks up.
Sorry. No.
It's kind of have the idea that it's somebody's upstairs, and you hear him kind of walking on the wooden floor above you, or inside the house.
Are there any other exits that we can see besides this door?
Not that you can see from this point. No. It's just a house in a row of houses.
Well,
Is there a window?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Gemini didn't notice this shit, right?
No.
No, you didn't
He's got
notice.
stealth in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like,
know.
wait, what?
All right.
Roll your stealth.
That's a lot better. Let's find out exactly how much.
You have like doves
Oh.
that you've dyed black for stealth.
Always. That is 23, filthy.
Nice. You kind of crouch down and move into the house. What do you do, Ellie?
I am taking a few steps backwards so I can maybe see the window. Do I
All
see
right.
something in the window?
Both of you from the window, Ellie, you Gemini, see it from what appears to be not a full, clearly not a full stairs, but it's a bit more elaborate than just a ladder going upstairs. You see light coming from it.
Do I see any other signs of movement, like footprints on the floor that lead to a different place besides that light?
The light is just, it's barely visible from your point of view, but it's because it's light in a really dark place. It carries quite far. For you to actually look for footprints in this darkness is super hard. So you can roll, but the difficulty will be very high.
Right. Is there anybody around that I can see near me? Any signs that maybe something like a chair was pushed out of the way?
Roll your perception.
Perception, not investigation?
You can investigate. Yeah,
I mean,
investigation would take longer.
Okay, then we'll do perception.
Yeah.
We don't got that kind of time. Filthy 20.
All right. So you kind of look around, and you see at the place where the chimney is, something lying on the ground, which is kind of, you're like, that's out of place. And you hear now footsteps coming down from this fancy ladder. What do you do, Ellie?
Do I hear the footsteps walking further in?
Yeah. You can also see the light kind of, because the door is still a bit ajar. You can see that the light is kind of moving from upstairs towards downstairs. Gemini, as you're kind of moving towards the fireplace, you have to be really stealthy to not be seen by this guy, because you're kind of moving in the same direction.
Okay. I'll try to kind of hide along the wall between the fireplace and where he's coming from, or behind a door. Just anything I can kind of slip behind to keep eye on the fireplace.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ellie, what do you do?
Or, actually, no, you know what? I'll stand right there. I'll stand right there at the bottom of the ladder and wait until I see him.
Okay. Ellie?
I will probably open the door a bit more and be like, "Hello."
All right. You, who's there? What's going on? As you
Ellie.
see a guy coming down the steps, as he sees you, Gemini, you're kind of standing there. He has a small lantern in one hand and a club. You can barely call it a club; it's more like a stick in his other hand, and he kind of shines it on you. Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Look at him and go, and then point at the campfire or whatever it is. Just go, and point.
He looks. What's going on? Who are you?
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Means shut the fuck up. Means look over there.
He gets down and kind of points his stick at you, Gemini. He hasn't even noticed you, Ellie. You're kind of in the back, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" He kind of shines his lantern on you. You're one of those travelers, aren't you?
Hi, sir. Knock, knock, knock.
As he looks and he wants to look around, but then he just focuses his eyes on Gemini again and starts to maneuver himself so that he doesn't turn his back on Gemini.
I'm gonna keep creeping over towards the campfire thingy.
Yeah,
See if I can
you get to the fireplace, which is very close by already, and you can see that there was a jar on the mantelpiece, and it was knocked over.
Is there a door or anything like that nearby? Window that's open?
There is a door leading onwards. Yeah,
I'm gonna just bolt out.
Roll your thievery, or your what's it called?
Sleight of hand.
Did you say savory?
Thievery. Yeah, sorry, I'm messing up.
This is what happens when you read 2 rule books.
Yeah, I know, it's hard. Roll your stealth.
My stealth.
Don't laugh at me, man.
Filthy 21.
Filthy 21.
I'm stealthy, man.
Well, it's not so much for stealthy. You kind of look at it, and you kind of assume the situation. And if you would pass through a place like this and not really need to be here, this jar would be the perfect distraction, kind of waking up the person inside the building and allowing you to escape, and the people that will follow you would be intercepted by the person who lives here. So it's kind of a bookish, by the numbers kind of thieves thing that you would do to kind of throw people off your scent.
Gemini is just gonna shout at Ellie, "Explain everything to the man," and he's gonna go out the door and see if he can see where the dude went.
Okay. He looks and kind of see you run through the door, and you come into what appears to be a storage place / kitchen-like thing, and you see a window there, quite small, which is also slightly ajar.
I don't see anything else. Doesn't look like anybody could be hiding anywhere.
You can roll your perception. You would have a disadvantage, though.
Sure.
It's dark again.
That's bad. 11.
11. No, you'd think the person went through the window, but yeah.
I'll go through the window.
All right. You roll your acrobatics to see how well you get through the window, because it's
what the hell?
Small and narrow.
Hold on. What's my acrobatics? Acrobatics. Okay, +6. That's 14.
14. Okay, so you kind of move your legs through, and kind of slide through it. Again, you would have liked it to be more graceful, but you take what you can get, and you're outside again in an alleyway. Ellie, you see this guy kind of pointing his stick towards you. You better start talking. What are you doing in my house?
Hi, calm down.
Calm down. You're in my house. Who?
I'm not.
I'm gonna report the two of you. I know you.
That's okay. We saw someone sneak in here, and it was someone that we chased across the rooftops, a stealthy figure, and most of the people aren't here, so we thought he probably broke into someone's empty home, and we're trying to catch him. If you don't believe me, it's totally fine. Just go talk to my granddad. He knows us, and we will be there as soon as we know what's going on.
Just get out of my house.
Yeah, sure. Can I see through to the door that Gemini went through?
A little bit, but you can't really see what's in it. It kind of went through, and the door flew open, and it kind of started to close again. So you don't really have a very good view of what's going on in that building.
Does it sound like it's still in there? Or does it sound like if it's
No,
in there, it's very quiet in that case?
You probably would have heard both like him moving through something, or at least moving there. And now it's been quiet for a couple of seconds.
Okay, then I will get out and I'll try to find a way around the house.
All right. You get out and you look around and you're like, damn it, why are these houses connected? And you start to kind of I would assume run around them.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Gemini, you're on the outside in the alley, and you kind of look around, and left or right, or in this case, you could also maybe be up.
Do I see anything that indicates they may have gone one way or the other?
Roll your perception.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. 10, son of a bitch. That's always you. Mm-hmm.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of look around. There's footsteps here on both sides. And it's, you can't decide which
go
direction
left.
you go. You go left. As you run, and you kind of make a jot for it, and you suddenly feel someone grab you and pull you into what appears to be a very narrow alley.
Start making out with them.
Roll. Do you resist?
Never.
Never. Okay, there you go. As you are pulled into this alley, you are pressed up against the wall, and you feel lips touching yours.
Yeah. I don't even care who it is. Let's do this.
Okay. You
roll for sex?
You have a passionate kiss as the person pushes you or pushes itself away from you. And you see this person is hooded and cloaked, and you see the cloak being pulled back just a little bit, and you see Lily standing there.
Oh, hello.
Stop following me.
Well, don't be so followable.
I'm practicing. Get the hell away from me.
Are you stealing from these people? Because apparently they don't look very kindly upon that.
I'm practicing. Get away.
You're the one that pulled me in here? Then started tonsil fucking me?
She kind of pushes you out of the alley. Tell your friend not to follow me as she runs off.
Oh no, it appears we've lost them and can never find them because they are the greatest thief of all time. I shall name them Lupin. Anyway.
You see Allie kind of running into the alley behind the houses.
Oh, Ellie.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, they've seemed to
where are
have.
you?
Yeah, I'm over here. Over here. Step out.
Make my way to the voice.
You can easily see him because of your dark vision. So.
Okay.
So apparently the thief was practicing. Or the shady person, the thief. I don't think it's anything to be concerned with. All right,
Why
off to the
not?
elder.
And how do you know this?
Well, I am the smartest, sexiest man alive. And that's how I know everything. And it's difficult to explain. And I'm not certain it's for me to explain. You know what? I am talking to Rose after the meeting with the elder, so maybe you can tag along and get your questions answered there.
Okay.
I'm gonna start walking towards the elder.
Are you sure?
No! Keep walking.
She will follow. But why, if you're not sure, why do it this way?
Because I think doing it any other way would only end badly.
Okay, fair enough. Badly for whom?
Everyone.
That's bad.
Yes.
That's very bad.
Very bad. While we're walking, I actually wanted to apologize. You see, when we were at the merchant, I
Which
sort
one?
of did the eyebrows.
Oh, Nowie.
Yes, eyebrows. When we were at eyebrows, I sort of railroaded the conversation a bit, and I feel that was maybe unjust. I've been around shady people, con men, my whole life, and I don't like it when con men con people out of their money when the coin is on my side. I didn't want you to get ripped off, and I think that the items that you have may be worth more than he was letting on, because he seemed to want them very badly. So I just wanted to make sure you got something out of it and you didn't get ripped off. So I apologize. I should have trusted you to handle that conversation on your own. They are yours to do with as you please. If you want to trade them for 2 gold, that is your decision. Please don't do that. That is your decision.
Why? I don't need 2 gold.
Yes. Good. But yes, that I just wanted to apologize for that.
Just because I don't say no instantly doesn't mean I don't say no later.
Yes.
I mean, and I can't trade them away for something that I don't know that I want, you know? I mean, if I want it, then it's one thing. But if there's nothing that I want, why would I trade it?
It's a very good point. And I'm not entirely certain that maybe you should trade them. I mean, it does seem like something you could take advantage of if you were to want to.
I just don't know what kind of situation it would be good. I mean, sure, it will make me stronger,
Yes.
but I don't really plan on getting into that kind of situation again, where I'll actually need it.
Well, if you notice our party, none of them are, well, Vince is large, so good meat shield, but aside from that, I don't think any of us are going to be up close and personal by our own free will, which means that we're probably all going to get up close and personal, not of our own free will.
You might have a point.
Yes.
But wouldn't it be better to maybe get something to give more protection instead of, well, strength?
That's entirely up to you. But do keep in mind, the man said that the wand he was willing to trade for went for between 2,500 gold to 3,000. Now, he could have been lying about that to inflate the price, but I don't think so. So I would wager that those gauntlets are worth at least 3,000 gold. Now, that's a lot of gold, which means you can probably get a lot of protection.
That is true. I need to think about this. I really don't know what to get. Or what's
Yes.
good. Or what I want.
Maybe design something in your book and see if he can make it or help
maybe.
with it. Magically enchant it in some way to make it even better. Yeah.
But I'm not sure how my magic works. How do I know it will make it stronger?
Oh, well, that's a tougher one. Yes, your magic. That's another topic we may need to discuss at some point. For now, let's see about our payment. It's already far past the time in which I'm sure we were.
Oh, yeah, crap, really? Hurry.
You guys hurry over to the village elder and finally get there. And you see there's a few lights burning still in the building.
Knock, knock, knock,
And-
knock, knock.
There's a guard opens.
Hi, are we too late?
Too late for what?
To speak with the elder.
Oh, the elder. No, I don't think he's gonna be seeing anybody else today.
Aw. You sure we were supposed to meet him, but we got sidetracked by a shady person that apparently
didn't.
wasn't shady?
But no.
We did investigate, and there was apparently
Who is
nothing to
this
worry
we?
about.
I don't know you, little girl. Goodbye.
What? What shady person?
I don't know. It was shady, and it got away, but apparently it didn't. Because Gemini talked to it, and it was nothing to worry about.
She's been doing the good book.
No, I have not. Either way, we got sidetracked, and now we're here.
You're clearly in your cups. So why don't you go back to the carnival and enjoy yourself, and come back at another time when you're not drunk?
I think that is a fantastic idea. More liquor. I'm to start walking away.
What's your name?
Goodbye. He closes the door.
What did the guard
Thank
look
you.
like?
Goodbye.
What did the guard look like?
What did the guard look like? He is a man, late 30s, brownish beard and brown short-cut hair, thick eyebrows and brown eyes, and had a small scar on his left cheek.
Brown beard, short brown hair.
Was it you, Roger?
Brown eyes, did you say?
I can't see if there's a scar.
Oh shit.
What did you ask him?
Brown eyes.
Brown eyes, yeah, brown eyes.
Was he tall for a human?
No, quite short.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Ellie, I don't think you want to be spreading that around right now. Because I fear that maybe you may be putting unwanted attention on people who don't necessarily want attention, and that
But they
that
shouldn't
maybe
be sneaking about in the first place.
well, sneaking about is not a crime.
Oh, but it's shady.
It is shady, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a crime. I'm supposed to talk to Rose right now. Would you like to join me or not?
I suppose.
Go find Rose.
All right. You guys head back towards the purple caravan and go and find Rose. Vince and Cal, you guys are assisting Claudia, and the place is starting to look pretty nice. as you see, or first you hear a lot of talking going about outside the tent. And you see people starting to kind of drip in to her tent and starting to ask questions, talk to people, look at things, and Claudia does her best to assist these people. What do you guys do?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Vince will just keep helping out, like, going to fetch things for if someone's looking something. He'll be like, yeah, there you go. Not going to try and sell anything to anyone because he would not be good at that at all. He could try, but he's not going to. Jeff, he's just going to keep helping out and sort of chatting to Claudia in the interim, just
all right,
casual shit.
And you, Cal?
Cal will get bored after a while, and actually, it's a big circular tent we're in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, he's going to take a big look of the tent to see who's set up and what's going on and what's happening in the tent.
Okay. There you go. Well, to be honest, you are quite familiar with the layout. It's pretty standard, and it's pretty the way it always is. So you know that next to Claudia's tent is the other tent where I'm blanking on his name. There we go. No, Winnie always puts up his tent, which is quite a bit larger than Claudia's tent, and those are usually the two places where things are sold of magical or curiosity inclination. On the other side, there is pretty much it's the performance area where people go to watch the shows, and those are quite varied.
Mm-hmm. That's everything nicer spot doing a look.
Yeah.
Yep. That's okay. I'll look back to Vince and see if he's getting all right.
Mm-hmm. You see Vince kind of moving about. How tall are you actually, Vince?
Yep. Put something, I think. 6 foot dead.
Okay, so you're quite tall.
Yeah, I think that's just 1.8 meters. I think we looked that up last time.
Okay. So you kind of move about, and Claudia is quite short. As you kind of look into the tent, Cal, you see him kind of moving about, and he's a broad guy and muscular and stuff. He kind of stands out as he's in the tent, kind of moving about, picking up things. But you can tell that he's, for some reason, used to handling these type of materials and stuff. So even though that he's this big, muscular guy, he deals with certain objects with the care that they require. And all of a sudden, you see him kind of holding a stack of paper, and you see him just dropping it. And Vince, you are holding these papers, and all of a sudden you hear your name, but you hear it deep inside your head. And you hear like, as you are somewhat startled, and you just drop your the papers that you were carrying on the ground, and you start to recollect them.
Vince, are you okay? You seem a bit astonished.
Yeah, probably not, but we'll see how this turns out. Vince will just be like, yeah, no, fine. Butterfingers, you know.
Okay. You seem to be pretty adept before. All right. Just slip the finger then, I suppose.
Yeah, just tired. Maybe got a paper cut or something.
All right. Does you need any more help? Oh, he's all right.
No.
No, we're fine, thank you.
All right. Well, I'll maybe leave you to it and go and find somewhere to maybe bed down for the night or check on the tannery.
Thank you, Cal. You've been most kind.
Not at all, Claudia. Anytime.
She kind of looks at you, Vince, and you see her mouth move, and you, Cal, who hear, are you going as well? But you kind of just see her mouth kind of move in this mumbling way that she does, but you don't hear anything.
Can he make out what she's saying? I suppose she's mumbling. Shouldn't be moving her lips much. Can he make out? Like, can he guess as to what she's saying?
Roll your intelligence.
Yeah, I should be good at that. 18.
18. You think like something like, are you going to, or something like that, like going, staying, something like that?
Yeah, he's going to try and keep a normal tone of voice.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And say, yeah, I'm going to need to go for a wee bit, but I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll see you in a bit, and he'll take the papers to wherever they need to go.
Okay. Bye. You hear this, actually. You hear her say, okay, bye.
And yeah, he's going to go outside of the tent, or he's going to try and leave and stay close-ish to it.
Cal, roll your, I believe it's called empathy, right? Or insight?
Insight.
Yeah.
Too many robots.
That's a natural one for Cal. He does not give a shit.
One. You're like, fuck him, let's go. So, Cal, you go back outside or completely leave the tent? Because it's kind of like, this is a tent inside a tent. So you go outside, and you Vince?
Yeah, he's going to go to the outside of the tent to like a bit of a quieter area, but he's still going to stay relatively close that, if he needed to run for any particular reason, that he could get back to a populated area quickly.
Okay. All right. And where are you heading, Cal?
Head over to the leatherworking tannery.
Okay.
Part of the caravan.
So you move over there, and Vince, you kind of move to the side of the tent, and you hear it again.
He's going to sit down and try and answer it in his head. Just be like, yes, hello.
You sit down, kind of it's pretty dark here, and you suddenly feel a hand on your shoulder.
Okay, you'll look, not really expecting to see anything there, but yeah, you'll look.
You look up, and you see a hand. It looks like a female hand. Very clearly has nail polish on its nails, but the nails seem a bit too pointy. And you hear, as you kind of follow the arm up, this beautiful, slender arm, but very pale, very cold almost. And you hear inside your head, "You've been looking great."
He actually scratches his head. I thought you might be, though I hoped you wouldn't be.
You continue to follow up the arm.
Yeah.
You kind of look up, and you see a shoulder, and there's. It looks kind of weird. There's something leathery, kind of with a kind of like a almost like a claw, kind of hanging over it, and you see long red hair, kind of curly, also kind of hanging over there. Have you been wandering our kids?
No. I just had a bit of an incident.
I thought we gave you better sense. You hear this just deep inside your brain, and it just feels uncomfortable and too intimate.
Yes, but that was out of my control.
Was
Yep.
You control the choices you make, do you not?
No. Yes, but I
You
tried.
feel the hand kind of squeeze on your shoulder. Then don't lie to us.
Who? Oh, yeah, Roger, you might need to turn your levels up or speak up a bit. Apparently, it's hard to hear you on the stream.
Yeah, when you whisper, it's
whenever you're whispering.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
whisper, I don't think it registers.
I'll whisper a bit closer.
Yes, that's better.
That's better. Well, we didn't need to hear that. Vince will be like, who are you? I'm gonna fucking name here.
I am. Did you not hear me, or?
No.
Oh, sorry. You know who I am.
Not really. I know why you're here. I've been trying to find out who you are.
It's clear that you can't move around without a babysitter.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them.
Not like me.
I want to go home. Okay. So
We have plans for you, Vince. Can't have you messing them up.
okay. What kind of plans?
You'll see.
I'd rather not.
Where is your spell book?
Pocket?
You feel another hand moving towards your spell book.
Fucking grab the spell book. Not lose another one.
You grab it. You both have hold of it. Come on now. Let go.
Why?
You are ours. Don't you think your spell book belongs to us as well?
That's the case. Do you have my old one?
She takes a firmer hold of your shoulder. Now, come on. Let's not get off on a bad foot. Let go. Be a good boy.
Yeah, let's go. Sort of slumps his shoulders. It goes.
There you go. That's a good boy. As you hear behind you, you hear pages being turned. So empty. Just like your decisions. Empty. Blank. Such a bad, bad boy. You see something appear, or well, not appear. The hand of this thing behind you kind of moves in front of you, and you see a similar hand. Beautiful. It's like an artist drawn what a human hand should look like. If only for the claws. They seem a bit unnerving, but still, it's pretty. And it holds in front of you a book. Not your spell book. It looks impressive. It looks not as posh as the other option you had with Claudia, but it looks old but well taken care of. The leather that keeps it together is clearly frequently oiled and mended and probably magically revigorated. Here, take this. Open it.
Yeah. He's just slumped, dejected, just. And yeah, he'll open it and flick through.
You open it, and as you open it, you feel something cutting your thumb. And as you do, you kind of pull back your thumb, and a drop of blood lands on the first page. There's a good boy.
Vince, looking at the book, will just turn around and go, if I just made another deal.
No. You have to say yes to make another deal. If we could just have people bleed on something to make a deal.
It's a weird fucking porn.
Well, 34.
Our job would be easy.
Vince has spent his time trying to figure out what this thing is. Now that he's actually seen it for the first time, does he recognize it from anything that he's read? Or has he seen a vision of it?
Roll your arcane. Why is my drink empty?
Yes.
Because you drank it all.
Thank fuck. Dirty 21.
Dirty 21.
Dirty 21. I've never been so happy about a roll in my life.
You kind of look at the hand that's holding it, and the other hand that once you've taken the book is also kind of placed on the other side of your shoulder. You don't think this is the thing. You think this thing works for the thing, but it's not the thing.
Would this thing happen to be a succubus by any chance?
There is a fair chance that you would believe that it falls in that category, yes.
Fuck. When Vince realizes that, he says that as well. Just fuck. All right.
As you see the hands of this thing pull back, and you hear, I think it's best if I stayed a little closer to you. Make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I don't suppose I have much choice in this, do I?
Tell your friends that I'm an old friend, and that we've reacquainted ourselves, and I'll be coming with you.
Fine. Okay.
What do you do?
Sit there.
All right. You sit there. Cal, you'll get to the tannery, and it's quiet here. You see, as you're kind of moving towards there, you see slowly but surely people starting to kind of move out of the tent, talking excitedly about the show, and they seem very pleased with it and very impressed. And oh yeah, it's amazing! Wow, it's great. Oh, did you see that halfling jumping through the air? It's brilliant. Stuff like that. So nothing that you haven't heard before.
Mm-hmm. He's probably not going to stop to really talk to anyone. What sort of time of day is it now, anyways?
It's late evening.
Yeah, he's gonna see if he can find the tannery and talk to the orc, isn't it, that owns it?
Yeah, but he's probably still in the tent, kind of assisting with stuff. So
yeah, well, I usually work with him anyway, so I'm sure I would know where I would sleep anyway in the caravan.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have your own sleeping space. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where he'll sort of be heading anyway, because nothing's really happening, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot happening. You just don't know.
Yeah,
it, but yeah.
I know.
Vince has got the 1,000-mile stare right now.
But yeah, he'll head that direction, and from what he knows, nothing's happening. So it's just a normal evening for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna get some kip.
All right. So you kind of head to your resting area and take some small little keeping your hands busy kind of work with you and just. You know,
he'll maybe work on a few, like a few hides or something before he goes to sleep anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So Gemini and Ellie, you will get back to the purple caravan, and you'll slowly see people starting to trickle out, kind of talking and stuff. And some people see you, and most people don't. But now and then people go like, "Oh, hey, hi," and kind of wave at you guys and start heading back to the village. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go towards where all the selling is happening.
Oh, where Claudia and stuff, the tent there?
Yeah.
Okay. You come along, Nim?
Yeah.
Okay. You come along, and you find Claudia, who is in the tent. There's still a couple of people there, and you also find, why did I give him such a Naywin? You also find him, and at least his tent. Claudia's tent is at the level of smallness where you would just look into it and you would clearly see her kind of moving about in there. Naywin has a bigger tent, and like things piled on top of each other, so you don't really have you don't just look in there and see him, but you do see people in both tents talking and asking questions like, how much for this? And
do I see Vince, Cal, or Rose?
roll a perception check.
Can I help him? Well,
Sure.
looking for Cal or Vince. I don't know.
Then you get advantage, Gemini.
You want to give me advantage on it?
Yeah.
Or do you want? Okay.
No, go for advantage.
Okay. Damn, that still was really bad. It was a 5 and a 4, so that's 12. Yeah.
12. Okay.
Still some buffs on you.
Yeah.
You
I
kind
got
of
good perception. Yeah.
you kind of look around and who were you? Cal, Vince, or Rose?
Rose. Yeah.
No, you don't see any three of them.
Oh, that is disappointing. I'll go up to Claudia because I know she was talking to Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, my name is Gemini. You've met my other friends before. What is your name?
Oh, hi. I'm Claudia.
Claudia. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you as well. You're a friend of Finn's?
Yes.
Is he okay?
Well, I don't know. I actually came to you specifically to see if you knew where he, Cal, or Rose were.
Well, I think Cal went outside. He was probably a bit bored and just need to get back to work or something, or maybe go to bed. And
Plot to kill me, yes. Many options.
He's not trying to kill you. Get it out of your head.
why would he want to kill you?
He
It was a
doesn't.
joke. It's simply a joke. As long as we laugh about it, it's a joke.
Oh.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh, as soon as we stop laughing, it stops being a joke, so I'm pretty sure it does work that way.
No, it doesn't.
She kind of you see her hand kind of move towards you, Gemini, but then kind of looks at you and kind of stops and says, I am a bit worried about Vince. He looked kind of pale when he left, and
Oh.
He white as a sheet.
he was so nice to help me, and he just all of a sudden left.
Do you know what direction he went?
I don't. Wait. She grabs something and she just makes some gestures with her hand. And she looks a bit. Huh? He's very close by. She kind of points in the direction. That's weird.
Maybe Ellie, if you would like, like to check on Vince while I search for Rose.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay.
That direction you said? And she takes off in
Yeah.
whatever direction she confirms.
As soon as Ellie's not there and I know Kel isn't there, I'm gonna look for the shadiest motherfucker I can find in the place that looks to be selling anything.
In this tent, the only person that's selling anything is Claudia.
Okay, in the surrounding tents or in the area, just kind of scope out for somebody that looks real shady.
Okay. You look around. Roll your perception.
Yes. Better. 19.
19. You see somebody kind of standing there in the shadows.
Excuse me. Are you selling anything?
Depends. What are you looking for?
Oh, something to give me some energy, a new experience, maybe.
You see a smile form on his face. I think I can help you out.
Do you have anything exotic? An upper, maybe, for lack of a better term?
Yeah. You got money?
Of course I have money. What do you have?
He moves around and kind of moves under a jacket behind his back and kind of pulls out something. Here you go. This is the good stuff.
What is it? What does it do? How long does it last?
It depends on how much you take. It's powdered unicorn horn.
Ooh. And this, I assume, is for the...
Yep.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
All right.
We'll get rid of the smell of Grimhook from your nose. Don't do drugs,
fine.
kids.
16.
16. He seems genuine.
And how much for that?
All of this, 5 gold.
5 gold for all
Yeah.
that.
He has like but this
A dime
size
bag. I mean, a little baggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just had a glimpse into someone's past. What was it cut? Yeah.
Yeah. How pure is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask that. And how pure is it?
As pure as it comes.
Pure as it comes. Well then, for 5 gold, I mean, you really can't do much better than that. So yeah, slide over 5 gold.
He hands you the small envelope.
Give a nod and just kind of turn around with the flourish and pocket it.
He walks off.
Nope.
Ellie, you find Vince sitting almost next to the tent, and you see somebody sitting next to him, and you kind of look at the two of them, and Vince is kind of like he's just kind of staring into the abyss, and there is this super, I don't know what type of person you would find more appealing. It all kind of depends. Are you into attractive or kind of plucky, or not so much attractiveness, but more like what would you find a likable person?
Bloody good question.
Thank you.
Probably someone looking kind of neat and friendly. Neat and friendly.
Okay. You see this type of person sitting next to him. Very nice looking and kind of curly red hair, and you kind of see her sitting there and drawing Vince.
Drawing?
Mm-hmm. Like with a sketchbook.
Okay.
I'm an anime character this whole time.
Yeah. Wait. Oh shit, you're here. I'm not done with him yet.
No, I was, when you said drawing, I was thinking drawing in, and was literally imagining some kind of Harry Potter. What they're called? Not the Hello. What's it called? Not the succubus. What are they called? The floppy things that suck out themselves. Yeah, the mentors. The mentor. I was imagining just like that kind of drawing in. Yes, exactly. That was my first thought. So yeah.
No, with a pencil and paper
for your throat.
sketching him.
Okay, sketching him. Vince, you okay?
You see her kind of looking up.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Very old friend.
You hear in your head, Gretchen.
Just keep staring.
You don't look okay.
Hi. She gets up. Come on, Vince. We'll finish the drawing later. She kind of extends her hand to you.
You can stand up.
Yeah,
She helps you up.
Ellie is like looking at this lady and like tilts her head. And why is he sad if you're friends?
Yeah, why are you sad, Vince?
Just
Are you sad?
no, just mixture of emotions. I think it's been a long time. Nim, this is Gretchen, Nim.
Hi. She
Oh,
kinda
Ellie, not Nim.
And he's really out of it.
Yeah, this is.
Realities and shit.
He's broke the fourth wall.
Damn, he's out of it.
She walks towards you and hugs you. It's so nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you come with the caravan?
No, I just arrived here.
From
the fact
where?
that the caravan is here is I just good luck, I guess.
I mean, it's kind of amazing that you found him among all these people.
Oh, I can always find my good friend Vince.
Vince's stare intensifies.
I guess he does stand out a bit.
He does, doesn't he? But in a good way.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, I do.
Slowly turning into slaw.
Slaw's origin story.
Are you also gonna come along with the party?
I think so. Oh, at least
Vince twitches.
that's okay, right, Vince?
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be the same without you.
Wonderful.
Vince will actually hook through his backpack and pull out the other spell book. Did she give him it back?
Hmm?
The other
No.
spell book? Oh, right. No, okay, never mind. Then we'll just keep that to ourselves. Never mind.
Claudia seemed kind of worried about you.
Who's Claudia?
She said you were really pale.
Should I
Yeah.
be jealous?
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I just needed some air.
Well, you're not really outside, though. Are you?
He is?
Is
No,
it-
no. This Claudia's tent is inside a bigger tent.
Oh, I see. I thought I went outside. Okay, no, fair enough. Well, no, you'd still be cramped in a tent. So yeah, bigger tent. Yeah, it's fine. I stand by what I said. Just needed to.
No, but this is not really that airy. I mean, there's lots of people in here. It's not that good of an air in here anymore. It's kind of warm, actually.
I think he was on his way out, but then he ran into me. So, well, you know, seeing me must have brought back memories.
So many memories.
Hopefully, good ones.
Ellie is confused because she's getting mixed signals. Can she insight this?
Sure.
Maybe not. A 5.
A 5.
Vince looks so happy to see us all.
Who are you trying to insight?
Vince, probably.
Vince, men are weird. They are just.
Vince is weirder than most.
Yeah.
Would Gemini have caught up with the group by now or no?
Yeah, if that's what you want, you probably hear Ellie and Vince talking outside the tent.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Gretchen.
Oh, hi, I'm Ellie.
Hi. She shakes her hand. As you kind of approach Gemini, what kind of person
And he
would
holds
Gemini?
Gemini. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He is poly as fuck. He doesn't care at all.
Looks surprisingly like him.
It's just me.
Okay, then it does. She doesn't appear any different to you than she does to Ellie or sorts. She looks up and says, "You must be Gemini, right?"
Okay, now this woman is trying to kill me. How do you know my name?
Because I'm trying to kill you.
Oh, excellent. Goodbye. Start walking away.
Gemini,
Yes?
she's a friend of Vince, apparently.
Oh. A friend.
Apparently, I'm surprised you didn't tell anybody about me, Vince.
I was busy.
Busy
So-
with Claudia, busy?
They just met.
Oh. But hi, she kind of walks towards you, Gemini, and extends her hand.
I extend mine.
She kind of does the same to you, and
We just stand there like this. 2 teapots.
Just the tips.
she kind of taps her fingers against yours. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I believe it would be. How do you know Vince again?
We're old friends
From
from the university.
the university. Oh, that's right. You did some studying, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, are you also a wizard?
Hmm?
Are you also a wizard?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Do you also do fire?
What's the feminine of wizard? Wizard?
With S.
A wizard? A wizard?
No, nobody's as good at fire as Vince is. I keep myself busy with other things.
Oh, then.
Actually, at this
What
point,
things?
illusion. Vince is going to attempt to make an IQ 3000 play here. Oh, she's good at illusion.
Very good.
Would Gemini pick up on that? I feel like that's something Gemini might pick up on.
Go ahead. Roll
Go ahead.
insight.
It's... Roll insight for that?
Yeah.
On Vince?
Yeah.
Okay. The hell is my insight? Okay, well, that's not great. Come on. Filthy 21.
Filthy 21.
Natural 17, yep.
You kind of look at Vince. There's definitely something going on there. He is uncomfortable as fuck.
So, Vince, are you okay over there?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, clearly. Well, Gretchen. Actually, he doesn't know her name, does he? Oh, wait, does he? I don't remember if she said it.
She did, but I don't know whether you were standing there.
Yeah, did she say it just now when they were blapping at each other?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Well, Gretchen, it was lovely to meet you. You seem...
The pleasure was all yours.
Yes. I think, however...
Fuck, now there's 2 of them.
I think, however, it's time for us to depart. Have a good night's rest. Tomorrow definitely promises to be eventful.
Definitely. I can't wait for it. Do you have a room here, Vince?
No, we've been sleeping at the inn.
Oh, great. Then I'll join you there.
Vince will just no, sure, and he'll just walk past you.
How did you find Vince? Were you looking for him?
It's magic.
That doesn't answer my question.
Well, yes, I was looking for him, and I can
Why?
always find him.
Well, a few days ago, I don't think you would have been able to. But,
How so?
oh, because he died.
What?
Yes. I would think you'd know that, what with the magic.
Well, I don't keep 24/7 check on him.
Just enough to find him when necessary.
When I want to, yeah.
And why did you want to?
Reconnect.
Reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Very.
Well then. You all can go to the inn. I have other things to do and other places to rest. Good evening.
You coming, Vince?
Oh, after you said about the inn, Vince just sort of walked on. Just like, yeah, okay.
She follows you. You
Ellie.
coming, Ellie?
Ellie is confused and she'll confusedly follow. And somewhere remember. Wait, where did Cal go?
Up in the rafters, squatted like.
Like a predator bird, ready to strike.
Eula! Sorry. I'm done, I promise.
All right. Vince and Ellie will head towards the tavern. Cal, you are already at your resting place. Gemini, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna go lay to Chan's and ask Lady to Chan. She's there, I'm assuming. At this time.
Yeah. You arrive at the church, and the door is closed.
Knock.
You knock. All right. And it takes a moment, but then she opens.
Hello.
Yes?
I was wondering if I could stay here for the evening. I don't feel comfortable around that many people. And it's just the inn. It's so full. What with the caravan being here, I just don't feel entirely comfortable there. I'd rather be someplace amongst friends.
All right.
And I was wondering if tomorrow I may need a favor, if I could ask for that.
Sure. Please, come on in.
I apologize for waking you. I will make us tea in the morning. Good night.
All right. So, everybody goes and rests. And
You say Vince rests. I mean,
well, do you do anything, Ellie and Vince, when you get home or at the inn?
Ellie tries to think of something magical that she wants. Without success. So she'll probably end up attuning to the gloves.
Okay.
Because she's like curious, like, okay, since I don't know what I want, I might give these a go. Are these good? How do they feel? Okay, let's try them. Like, try to attune to them.
All right. You attune to them, and as you do, they shrink to your size, and they
Magic!
become a perfect fit. And you feel magical energy surging through your body.
sweet.
What did you look like now again? The gloves.
They look quite massive, even though they've shrunken down to your size. But they look thick and powerful, and there's a kind of like a skull on each backhand.
Mitts.
These do not look like me.
Is there gloves and not a gnome?
You know, that's not what I meant. More like my style. That's how she meant it. And then she's gonna look at Fluffles and go like, Fluffle, what do you think? Should I keep these?
It kind of looks.
Aww. She will take them off and give Fluffle some proper attention, and after that, write in her little journal.
Oh,
All right.
that reminds me, Gemini's going to do a patch for the dragon skull and one for the caravan as well.
Okay. Vince, you will go to your room.
Yep. Does he go alone, or does she fucking...
She follows.
Of course she does. He's going to lie in bed and stare at the fucking ceiling. Thinking of a way out of this. And actually, he'll flick through the spell book as well and see if there's anything in there that might be able to help him.
You flip through the spell book, and she sits on the bed next to you. And as you flip through it, you see spells just one by one written.
Are they Are they in a manner that I can understand, or are they, cool?
Yep.
What a nice DM.
And you're like, there's more spells in here than there were in your old book.
Nice. Cool.
And as Gretchen is sitting next to you on the bed, you feel her hand touching your upper leg as you're like, she looks at you and you hear inside your head,
You do realize that that spell book will only stay with you as long as I do.
I had assumed as much.
I think your friend Gemini is suspicious.
Sexy. Oh.
So I need you to step up your game a bit. Sell it. You don't want us to get into trouble, do you?
Fine, just get some sleep.
Sleep. You silly, silly boy. I might be babysitting you, but you're not a baby.
Fucking act like one. Okay.
I want some entertainment out of this as well.
No, if you find Gemini, I might play for you.
Be nice. As long as you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you.
What about if I just tolerate you?
I'm sorry. I won't be tolerated.
I could believe that.
So, take off those clothes and let's have some fun.
No means no. Right, he's going to still be in shock. What the fuck's he going to do here? Hold on. Well, that's not good. Yep.
very well. You learn why this creature is clearly
Rapist?
Yeah.
a rapist. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So, it becomes the next morning.
I've awoken!
Yes,
sorry,
Everyone wakes up.
Yes, I just wanna quick check something.
Mhm.
Are the gloves gauntlets of ogre power, or are they something else?
Ogre strength.
Ogre strength. Okay, can't find that.
Might be ogre power in the D&D Beyond. I'm not sure.
I don't think so. But
No.
Let me check.
They increase your strength score, right?
To
Yeah.
19.
To 19?
yeah,
Yeah,
19
Gauntlets of
range.
Ogre Power. Yeah, that's what it
What do you
is.
say? What do you say?
Gauntlets of ogre power, really?
That's what it says in mine.
Weird.
All right, I'm quitting D&D Beyond. That's just a read.
But the score is supposed to be 19 when I
Yeah.
wear them.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm adding them. Did we get a long rest?
Yes, you do.
Woo!
Cal will get up early and try and catch a few small game and then head over to the inn.
All right. Roll your survival with
Survival.
advantage.
With advantage. Because it's in the forest, yeah?
Yeah.
Survival +5. That's a 22.
Nice.
22.
How much do you want to catch?
Maybe just a couple of rabbits or a bird. And then he'll bring it to the inn and try some of the inn's cooking. Because he tries food everywhere he goes, sort of thing.
All right. You offer the food the meat to them?
Or...
Yep. As in compensation for a good meal.
Okay, excellent. So you go in there, and Morgan is behind the counter. And he looks up and says, "Hey, hi there. You're from the caravan, aren't you?"
Yeah, that's me. Cal's the name. Usually the hunter of the group. I brought a few wild animals here for you. There's a rabbit. There's some pigeon. I'm just looking for a meal. Would this suffice for a good meal?
Most definitely. Thank you. I'll get to work on it.
Yep, give me your best then. I like to try new foods and new areas every time I come across them.
Oh, you're in luck. I'm known for my cooking.
Good man. Let me take a seat in the back somewhere.
All right. I'll leave it up to you. Cal, I'm assuming is because he's went hunting and stuff. He wakes up really early, so I'll leave it up to you guys. How early the rest wants to wake up. You, Vince, you feel kind of. When you fell asleep like the dead, and so you wake up probably a bit on the later side than you would usually do.
Okay.
But I'll still leave it up to you. If you feel like, no, I need to wake up early, then you probably will, but you feel a bit like drained.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
I wonder, is there something succubi do that fucking fucks with you?
So, Ellie, Gemini, which one of you wakes up first?
Ellie is kind of a morning person, so she's probably kind of early.
Okay. All right, then, and Gemini?
He'll get a full 8 hours and just wake up, have breakfast, and tea with Lei Chan.
All right, there you go. Then, Ellie, as you come downstairs, you see Cal sitting there. He's the only one in the tavern, and you come downstairs, and there's a very pleasant smell coming from the kitchen.
She will wave to Cal and head over to the bar and be like, "Morning, can I have whatever is smelling that nice?"
You hear from the kitchen, sure, I got plenty. I'll whip it up for you.
Yes! And then she'll head over to Cal. Morning, you disappeared last night.
Morning, Ellie. Yeah, no, I went to get a wee bit of kip. It was getting a bit boring. I mean, been around the the tents so long, it's just not as appealing as it used to be.
Did Gretchen come with you
guys? Who's Gretchen?
Vince's friend.
Vince's a friend?
Yeah, the lady. He was talking to, not Claudia, the other lady after Claudia.
I don't know who you speak of. Never met a woman called Gretchen.
Oh. Like red hair, curly?
Not ringing a bell, no.
Oh.
Vince did clear off last night on his own when I went back.
He was just around the tent behind Claudia's. He looked kind of sad, but apparently they're friends. It was really confusing. She seemed nice.
Right. Okay. You here for some grub?
Yes.
I brought in some nice stuff here. We should get a nice meal.
What'd you get?
There was some rabbit and some pigeon.
Pigeon. Okay.
It's a bird. Don't worry about it.
I know what a pigeon is.
No. Well, you look like you didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, a pigeon's for eating, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Can't eat them.
They're quite nice, actually. They're very gamey. You should try it.
I don't think Ellie knows enough to refute this. So she will just take Callis' word as this.
All right. It takes a bit before the food is done, so you guys chit chat a bit about this and that, and I would think that before the food's done, Vince will probably wake up as well and kind of come downstairs. Gemini, you will have breakfast and tea with Lady Tachan.
Yes.
She seems not as talkative as she usually is. She's just kind of sitting there eating, and
Is everything okay?
yeah, it's fine.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing. It's fine. It's fine.
You see, I speak in Laya, and when you say nothing, that means everything.
No, I'm okay. It's just, it's just a lot of things have been going on in the village, and
Like what?
well, just a lot of things. You guys showing up, the orc attack. Now I hear news of some blob thing might be attacking the town.
Girl, let me tell you about that. And I spend the next 10 minutes explaining that situation.
So it's just troubling, and well, I hope things will be okay, and I'm just worried for the people that live here.
Yes. We are too, and we are trying to protect them.
Thank you.
And I'm certain we will, if McGrundon gets his head out of his ass and listens to us. But even without McGrundon, I think everything will be fine.
I hope so. I trust in Helm to protect us.
Yes. I have a bit of a favor. So hopefully it doesn't put you up too much, but we are looking to get our coffers filled a bit from the payment for killing the giant. Problem is we have no proof, and I don't think this, and I show her the giant, I don't think this will suffice. So we met a man, you know of him, Grimhook. The first thing he did, none of us trusted one another, was put down a circle. And in this circle, one could not lie. Now, he was a cleric of Kellenbor. You're a cleric of Helm, and I was wondering if maybe you had similar powers or resources. Maybe not exactly that, but something that could make it so they would know we were telling the truth and that this beast was slain.
I think yes. I think I can do that. I always ask for Helm to receive certain spells, and I haven't requested this specific spell from him, so I would have to. It would have to wait till tomorrow, but then I could probably do this. Yes.
I think that works out famously. And I appreciate it very much. And if you need anything, you've done so much for us. Please don't hesitate to ask.
No, we're fine. We're good.
Well, we're all fine, but really, I don't think any of us are. Have you seen Vince's new girlfriend?
Vince has a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Did he pay one of the whores, or did he tip one of the whores too much?
No, this seems different. If you see them, just keep an eye on her. Don't be too over the top apparent, but just tell me what you think.
If I see her, I will.
Excellent. I have a few things to do, but again, if you need me, don't hesitate. I'll come running.
Thank you.
Bow out and go look for Rose.
You come downstairs, Vince, just as trays of food are being brought out. And Gretchen is walking in your wake.
Actually, sorry, couldn't retcon that while we're in the room, or even this could have happened before.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to talk to her for a second.
Yeah, sure. It's in the morning.
Yeah, so he'll have gotten up and he'll be thinking about shit, and he'll be like pacing back and forward in front of her while holding the spell book.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, right, this comes from you, yes?
Kind of.
If you go away, so does the spell book.
I'm sorry. I must have given you the wrong impression. I don't go away.
Puppies with legs.
Have you been watching me and my friends? If they catch wind of what you are or who you are, they will fight you more or less to the death, whether it be theirs or yours. And I've seen them fight probably yours.
You hear inside your head, then it's going to be your job to prevent it.
See, that's the thing. One of them already killed me once. I was not a fan. No, I'm happy. Strong word. I am content. No, I am willing to let this carry on because I like spellbooks and I like power, and there's some fucking kick-ass ones in this.
I know.
And I already made my peace whenever I made this arrangement, although I didn't think I was going to get a visitor. So I'm happy to try and maintain this. However, you're going to have to be useful.
Am I not already? You seem to have a good time last night.
That's another. We'll talk about that later. Had I not been in shock, I might have actually enjoyed that. Yes. How'd you do that thing with your no? So, no, train of thought went off. Where was it?
You have to be useful.
Yes. It was like, if you're not pulling your weight as part of the group, they'll get suspicious. And if they turn on you, I know firmly on which side I'm planting myself.
She looks at you, and her eyes kind of narrow. And which side is that?
Yeah.
The one that's winning.
Exactly that. The winning one. Whether it be the battle or the war, whichever one is winning that particular session. I know if I kill you, or if they kill you, there will be plenty more, possibly worse than you coming. But if it comes down to it, I will side with them.
You see her straighten herself up.
Way to roll a new character now or later.
And you see wings starting to appear. Letter, bat-like wings, demonic-like wings. And you see horns appear. Let me be clear. My soft and pleasant demeanor should not be an indication that you control me. You have signed the agreement. You are ours.
I'm not arguing that fact. I'm trying to help. The easier we make
When it
this,
comes down to it, if I die, you die.
yes, and I don't want that, which is why I want this to work. And I'm saying if they get suspicious, someone's going to die. help me help you. He doesn't actually say that last bit. That was metagaming.
Either you become a better actor, or I will have to help you. But you wouldn't like that, because I'll be taking away part of you. Is that what you want?
Depends on the part.
Is it?
Nope. Fine.
Then make them believe.
Sort of sit for a second, regain his composure, and be like, you might want to get rid of the wings. It's a bit of a giveaway. And he'll turn and walk out the door and head downstairs.
She follows you. And as you guys go downstairs, you guys see Vince and Gretchen in her lovely self come down. Oh, what smells so good? As you guys sit down, and Morgan just came up with these plates, and there you go, for you. Hey, who's this lovely lady?
This is Gretchen. She's an old friend.
I guess you both want breakfast as well, huh? He kind of looks at you, Vince, and says, "You look hungry, my friend, huh?"
Oh, you've no idea. I could eat a demon.
He walks off. So, you guys sit down, and
maybe he already did last night.
Ellie's gonna be really confused at that statement. I could eat a demon, because she's like, but aren't demons supposed to be foul and stinky?
Yeah.
Why would you eat that?
You never heard the phrase "you could eat a scabby horse"?
no.
Eat a scabby
No.
horse.
It means you're so hungry.
It means you're that hungry that it doesn't matter. Another one is you could pluck a drumstick off a low-flying pigeon.
Okay. Cal, tell me, what does Gretchen look like to you?
That all depends if she's using charm.
No, but she appears to you as someone that you would find very likable and slightly alluring.
Yes. Which is uncomfortable for Cal. But yeah, she probably would. She probably looks similar to what everybody else sees. Very neat, tidy, beautiful-looking person. But Cal doesn't really sort with that type. It's kind of weird. Cal likes to get shit done. So I don't know. He's probably uncomfortable.
Okay. Is this also a friend of yours, Vince?
New acquaintance.
Hi. She extends her hand to you.
Right. You must be Gretchen.
I must be. Nice to meet you.
He'll extend a hand and shake her hand. Very sweaty hands you've got there.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, that's my hand.
Must have been from all the exercise I got.
Must have been. Anyway, Ellie, what do you think? It's a nice bit of bunny there and some pigeon. Have you tried the pigeon yet?
She's probably just eating and feeding Fluffles in between. Like,
I'm glad you like it. So, Vince, where did you go last night? You disappeared by yourself.
Yeah, back here.
Ah, with the lady friend, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. Anything the matter? You seem a bit out of breath.
Guilty.
He'll let Gretchen take that one.
Right. He's gone to insight check, and he'll probably insight check Gretchen.
All right.
That is 18.
18. She seems like a very nice person.
Right. I suppose so. Anyway, I'll finish the rest of my dinner here. Oh, breakfast, sorry.
Wow, this tastes very fresh. I didn't know they had such fresh meat at the tavern.
Yeah, they don't usually.
You mean you brought this in?
Did rightly, yeah.
Wow.
That's my job, usually.
Well, Vince didn't tell me you had such talented acquaintances.
Well, for now, I suppose, yeah. We're only just newly met.
Mm.
What about you? You seem to know him pretty well.
Yeah, well, he used to chase me around the university for a while, and, well, you could say he wore me down.
Right. I see.
At this point, Vince will sort of turn around and put a hand on Gretchen's shoulder and be like, or find the right spell to call you. Yeah.
Perhaps, but, well, we all know that's illegal, putting love spells on other students.
They are, correct.
But,
He's
well,
not going to go that far. I was going to go further, but no, he wouldn't. That would be
it's,
too obvious.
you know, we kind of grew apart, but remained friends. And, well, I was bored kind of translating books and casting standard spells in libraries and posh schools. And, well, I knew that Vince would always be out for adventure. So I thought I'd find him.
Right. So you've heard the stories then?
There are stories.
Yes, about Vince. That's why you're here.
No, well, we had categories where people were placed, and let's just say Vince was in the category where he would not be sitting behind a desk teaching, or, well,
That makes sense, yeah.
you know, he's the one that would be out in the world fighting evil, stuff like that.
Right.
So,
What about yourself? You much of an evil fighter?
well, not yet, but I'm hoping to learn.
Right.
He's
No
kinda
prestige.
easy.
Yeah.
You stabbed him with the pointy end.
She kind of looks and kind of holds up her fingers. Well, I don't want to break my manicure, but I'll give it a try.
What's a manicure?
So, what are you good at then? Do you have any prestige? Are you good at fighting? I like to know who I'm fighting beside, and they don't die.
I'm good at illusions. That's pretty much something that I specialize in.
Delaying the inevitable, then.
Sorry?
Delaying the inevitable.
What do you mean?
Well, just making yourself not there until you're found.
Vince will chime up at this point and sort of stand up, still looking a bit dejected about the whole situation, but he'll sort of put a hand on her shoulder and be like, "Oh, don't worry, she's not going to be an easy one to kill."
That's
Right.
true. Oh, and check this out. She makes a few gestures, and the whole tavern turns dark. Illusions.
Yep.
Yep.
I cannot see that, but sure.
Can I see something still?
No, even you can't see shit.
This is really dark. What?
She snaps her fingers, it becomes light again. Most people, when you talk about illusions, think about little funny creatures walking around doing silly stuff or a little bit of light, but to the creative mind, it can be so much more.
Right, I suppose, yeah. Well, hopefully it comes in useful. We'll see in future.
What about you? What are you good at?
Me?
Yeah?
You know, just,
Besides bringing in a lot of meat.
well, always good at killing things, I suppose. But,
Just birds or also other stuff?
well, that all depends. I usually like to just hunt beasts, but, you know, I've stood up against my fair share of people who got in my way.
They say man can be the worst beast of them all.
That can be true.
She kind of looks at Vince. So, if you and Vince would have to fight, who would win?
That's a question of morals, Missy.
Missy?
I don't just kill someone on sight for no reason.
No,
No.
let's say you both consider each other evil.
That's a very strange question, but I wouldn't know. Not unless I knew more about my opponent would I have the upper hand.
All right, fair enough. She kind of looks at Vince and Ellie. How about you two? You two know each other quite well, right?
Reasonably, yeah.
Yeah.
Who would win?
Vince will lift his shirt and be like, she already did.
Oh, is she the one?
Not quite.
Ooh, Ellie, you are not to be messed with.
What? True, but that wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't?
Well, no.
Oh,
Vince will chime up at this point, like, yeah, it was a night hag.
She looked like
But
me. Apparently.
She took her shape while beating me. I didn't attack back.
I see. All right.
To be fair, I did try to kill him, but it was the hag I tried to kill, but I thought it was him.
Oh, yeah, I read about hags. They are nasty business.
Yeah.
Where is the colorful one, Gemini?
Not sure, probably ran off somewhere.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
at the whorehouse again.
Are you afraid you're going to kill him?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Why would he think I would kill him?
Well, he thinks I'm going to kill him, so might as well think that you are going to kill him.
He thinks that anyone who's met him is going to kill him. And to be fair,
I can actually understand that. He has a habit of making not friends.
That's an interesting quality.
there's
Yeah.
one way I look at it.
Sweet.
Well, Gretchen, same question to you. Who do you think would win a fight with me and you?
The two of us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't really know you, but
What about you and Vince? Who would win?
oh, I would put Vince over my knee and spank him until he died.
That's not how you fight, though.
That's what happened last night. So she knows.
Did you die again?
No.
No, Vince is a powerful wizard in his own right, but he focuses very much on spells that require sight.
So you're saying if he could see you, he could beat you, but he can't see you, so he can't beat you.
More or less.
Very interesting. Anyway, enough of this. Ellie, are you up to
Yeah.
anything today?
Yes.
You, Vince? Yes?
Yes. We still need to see the elder. We kind of got interrupted last night, and then there was a very rude guard who thought I had been drinking.
Right. Were you drinking?
No.
Were you sure?
Yes.
Would you have known you were drinking?
Yes.
Right. Well, we'll go and have words with him then.
He's probably not working anymore, but maybe the elder is up now.
Rukir, has it now been 2 days since we ordered our shit?
What shit?
Like the robe and stuff from the tailors, so they'd have it in 2 days. It's now been 2, hasn't it? Yeah.
It's going to be the second day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then yeah, Vince is. Yeah, I'm going to go to the shop.
All right. Excellent.
And I still need to find some new clothes.
So I suppose we're gonna go shopping, right?
Yeah, I should check out the caravan because the other shops didn't really have anything in town.
Great. I love shopping.
I don't.
Then you're not doing it right. Come on.
We should see the elder first.
Okay.
And find
get paid.
Gemini.
Oh my.
What are we up to first then, Ellie? Priorities?
We probably should find Gemini and go to the elder.
All right. Do you know who he is?
I assume the whorehouse. That's where he's been the other nights.
There's a whorehouse here? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just round the corner, turn left. The door has a bit of a stick to it, so you need to jiggle it.
We should go there.
Right.
All right, you guys head off. Gemini, you are on your way to Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go to the green caravan of the purple caravan, and you arrive there. You find the wagon where Rose is staying.
Lady Rose.
You see her sitting outside, and she looks up and says, "Ah, I missed you last night."
Yes, things got a little, well, there were some distractions. Is Lily with her?
You look around, and you don't see her now.
Okay. Would you like to have that conversation now?
Yes, I would. Sit down, have some tea.
Okay. First things first, we're alone, right?
Yeah.
In Thieves' Cant anyways, I'm going to say, Lily, I understood, was getting some practice last night.
Mm-hmm.
Have her be a bit more careful. Ellie saw her, and I had to kind of cover for her a bit.
Thank you for that. I have already reprimanded her.
Yes, no problem, not a worry. So, this conversation you want to have?
Yes. Do tell. What is your story?
Oh. Well, I don't want to get into the minutiae of it, partially because I don't know you all that well quite yet and don't trust anybody, but also because I fear that I may have taken a liking to you. And because of that, I don't want to put you in any danger. But to suffice it to say, I was, as you can tell, a part of the Thieves Guild in a much larger city. When I joined, I was under the impression that the Thieves Guild was, yes, a bit corrupt, as any guild is, particularly one of thieves, but it had a sense of honor, a code. After some time, that code, well, it didn't stand up. So I voiced my opinion about it, and when my opinion went unheard, I may have done something to fall out of their graces. So they are one of, well, the ones from that city, one in particular at least. They're some of the people who may be after me.
I see. Well, don't you worry. Cal is not one of them.
Yes, he didn't appear to understand thieves' cant, and he doesn't appear to be from the city that I hail from. So, I don't think he is. Do you know of a woman named Gretchen?
No, can't say I do.
Interesting lady. Old friend of Vince's, supposedly. Seems a little odd. I don't trust her, and I don't trust anybody, fair, but I really don't trust her.
Well, everybody has old friends. Why don't you trust her?
Something odd. I can't quite place my finger on it, but Vince seems less than comfortable, and I know were I with an old friend, I'd be quite comfortable.
Do you have a lot of old friends?
I don't have a lot of friends.
I see. Well, I haven't gotten this old, and she kind of runs her hand through her hair and says, and this many gray hairs by easily trusting people.
Well, if you want, I take out the comb and I run it through my hair and turn it all pink.
Oh my.
Flip over the comb. Would you like to try?
I would. She takes it from you. She kind of let it run through her fingers. How does it work?
And just decide what color or pattern you want and run it through.
She brushes her hair, and her hair changes into the same color of Lily. As she kind of brushes it through. Oh my. She starts to comb all of her hair. I know vanity is a weakness, but this is quite something.
Yes. Yes, it is. I was actually going to ask you, do you have an extra piece of the cloth for the caravan? Just a purple piece of cloth. I started a patch for my jacket, and I show her like a half-completed patch of the caravan, but I'd much rather be made it out of the cloth from the caravan.
I'll do you one better. She grabs a knife
And stabs.
And she grabs her shirt, her skirt, and which is purple, and she cuts a piece out of it. Here you go.
Thank you.
She hands you back the comb.
Put them both in my pocket. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. What are your plans?
Oh, live fast, die young.
Do you and your friends want to come along?
I don't know about them, but I do.
I think we could have a lot of fun.
So do I.
Talk to your friends about it. See how they care.
I will. Thank you.
She raises her glass, nips her tea.
Same.
And we'll call it quits here. Pick it up next time.
Ooh, interesting session tonight.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. A lot of backgrounds coming through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Very. Hopefully, we'll get to see more of the backgrounds next week.
Well,
So, tune in, everybody.
thanks for watching.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.